Join me as I hunt down the most underrated movies of 2024 that you absolutely need to see. Underrated movies are a treasure trove of cinematic gems waiting to be discovered, and I'm excited to share my top picks from 2024 with you. These films deserve more attention, and I'm here to shine a light on them. With the rise of streaming platforms and social media, it's easier than ever to find and share our love for these underrated gems. So, let's get started on my list of the most underrated movies of 2024 that you absolutely need to see. Hundreds of Beavers. This movie was an absolute hoot. If you like weird, fun movies that don't take themselves too seriously, this one is for you. Quirky story, great music and visual style. I love the simpleness to it. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was 100% better than I could have expected. I went in blind and was blown away. It reminds me of Three Stooges meets Looney Tunes' Roadrunner meets Mr. Bean. There is so much packed into this movie that I just have to say, it is brilliant and very well executed. It gives me hope in a capitalist world that we can get such an amazing work of comedic art on such a low budget. I'm very impressed with this ridiculously genius performance.
I need you to promise me something. Don't let anyone take me out of the water, no matter what.
Young Women and the Sea. Young Woman and the Sea is a captivating biographical drama directed by Joachim Ronning, recounting the inspiring story of Gertrude Trudy Ederle, the first woman to swim across the English Channel in 1926. The film stars Daisy Ridley in the titular role, delivering a performance that is both powerful and deeply moving. Very inspiring, it proves that women can do anything and so can men. The determination that drew this wonderful story makes people tear up and is a very feel-good story, and the elements draw you to it. This woman is spectacular, and after watching this, it gives you this sudden tingle to follow your dreams and to not let anything stop you.
I think it's really great that you found a place where you feel.
Welcome, Daisy.
I just don't want to screw that up for you.
Ghostlight. Ghostlight tells the story of a construction worker who unexpectedly finds himself performing in a community theater production of Romeo and Juliet. The familiar play and its tragedies are used to mirror similar themes in Ghostlight. This creatively blurs the lines between life and art, making some of the film's scenes even more profound, as they're true to the film's play and its protagonist. The cast delivers believable performances, bringing depth and relatability to their roles, a task made easier since the three leads are a real-life family. This small cast performing a small production in a small town makes the film feel close, both in location and emotion. Ghostlight is a warm and tender reminder of how art can reflect and illuminate our lives, leading us toward understanding, connection, and the importance of being earnest.
You'll regret this.
We'll just need to fight back.
I'm gonna tell them everything you ever did.
Love Lies Bleeding. Love Lies Bleeding is a 2024 romantic thriller film about a lesbian relationship that turns violent and involves organized crime. A love story filled with blood, guns, and lots of gore that makes it a Bonnie and Clyde with lesbians. As the characters attempt to navigate the chaos in their way, their on-screen romance makes the journey so worthwhile.
This is an Irish interpreter.
I'm not.
Do you speak Irish?
Aye.
That'll do.
Why don't you just speak the Queen's English?
Kneecap. This movie following the unlikely events that end up forming the Irish hip-hop trio Kneecap. Fun movie about a group I never heard of. It introduced me to their songs and was an unexpected blast.
One little advice, homie. Make a move. Any move.
Give me a fucked up, kid.
You're unbelievable.
Snack Shack. Go see this film. With close to zero marketing, super low budget, actors I've never seen before, and it all went straight to the heart, like Superbad meets Napoleon Dynamite and Breakfast Club. Anyone living through high school now, or were there in the 80s or 90s, is going to absolutely love this movie. Usually when a Rotten Tomatoes critic score is lower than the audience's, it usually is a true testament of how honestly good the film really is. Taking place in a 90s small town in Nebraska, two teenage friends go out and find ways to make money, from painting addresses on curbs to brewing their own beer. With an older friend that is closely connected to them too, almost like a brother, he goes out of his way to help them with goals to girls. After finding a small hut by the pool to sell snacks, the real story begins when both friends find a girl. Overall, this is one of those gems you can't pass on. Great nostalgia for older kids and fun for the younger crowds.
My grandson's parked a block away. I don't have much time.
You left your grandson in the car?
But he's 24.
Thelma. One of the biggest and best surprises in 2024 is a movie that needed to be in way more theaters, Thelma. This is edited, written, and directed by Josh Margolin as his feature film debut. Inspired by his real-life grandmother who's still going at 103 years old, it tells the story of Thelma, played by June Squibb, a grandmother beloved by her grandson Daniel. One day, she gets scammed out of $10,000 from a phone call that sounds like Daniel, and then she's inspired by Tom Cruise of Mission Impossible to track down and take back the money by herself. With the help of her friend Ben and his scooter, they go on an action-packed adventure together. This movie highlights the fact that society tends to turn a blind eye or underestimates the elderly, which is very sad. Thelma has everything: fun, humor, heart, a moving message, great performances and chemistry from its leads, and rarest of all, originality. Thelma is a must-see movie.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Can you believe it?
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Strange Darling. Set in rural Oregon, the film focuses on a man and woman who engage in a one-night stand that devolves into a cat-and-mouse game of murder. I had no idea a random watch would turn out to be such a mind-blowing thriller masterpiece. Strange Darling offered an original cinematography, eerie calculated music, and compelling plot twists. It was without a doubt an unparalleled cinematic experience, and different from anything I've seen before.
Does he have more of a basketball bod or a football bod?
He doesn't play sports.
Lisa Frankenstein. Lisa Frankenstein tells the story of a socially awkward teenage girl named Lisa who accidentally brings a handsome corpse back to life using a modified tanning bed, and subsequently falls in love with the reanimated Victorian-era man, leading to a darkly comedic and somewhat murderous journey as they try to find love and replace missing body parts together. Literally one of the campiest and fun movies I've seen. It have all the criteria of everything I love in a film. Great soundtrack, costume department, colorful, interesting sets, a great premise, an intriguing story, endearing gothic romance, hilarious jokes, amazing acting, complex characters, plot twists. It has it all. If you love Jennifer's Body, Beetlejuice, Heathers, Warm Bodies, you will love this movie. This movie has so much passion and love put into it. Possibly one of the best films you can watch on next Valentine's Day. Before we reveal our first pick, let's look at some honorable mentions, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Transformers 1.
Why'd you bring jetpacks? If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you! I accept those terms.
It's what inside.
On your temples, like so. Damn, bro. If you think of your brain as a hard drive, then this just transfers the files.
Not the whole bag.
May you experience a new level of consciousness tonight.
Oh my God. Are you guys tripping?
Number 1. My Old Ass. What happens when your older self visits your younger self in a coming-of-age film? This drama comedy features 18-year-old Elliot on her final few weeks of summer before heading off to college. To celebrate, she and her best friends imbibe on mushrooms, and on her trip, she meets her 39-year-old future self, played by Aubrey Plaza. This high-concept movie is so much more than what will your future self tell you to do or don't do. In the movie, Elliot struggles between what her older self warns her of while listening to what her 18-year-old gut is telling her about the people around her. It's a small cast with a tight story that unfolds in a charming and satisfying way. This movie makes you think alongside young Elliot as the movie unfolds, placing you in her shoes, and just might have you thinking about how you might consider what you might do if this movie happened to you. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the most underrated movies of 2024. Don't forget to share your favorite 2024 movies in the comments below, and be sure to check out my other content for more entertainment insights.